Welcome, Singaporeans. My name is Lim Tean. I'm a lawyer and politician in Singapore. I believe in free speech, and I advocate strongly for free speech in Singapore. We have some of the most draconian defamation laws for a first world nation. Defamation was historically used by the rich and the powerful in Britain to stifle criticisms. We inherited the old English law of defamation, and the PAP government has never reformed the law to take into account the modern world. So I've made this video with donations received from many fellow advocates of free speech to help you navigate them safely. Whilst the current laws used by the rich and powerful indeed curtail many of our free expressions, there absolutely are many things you are allowed to say and many ways you may express your opinions. At the end of this video, you will find a full version of the actual defamation law. As a lawyer, I shall guide you through some of the aspects, but not all of them. This is not a definitive instruction. This, after all, is Defamation 101. Oh, hi, Winston. What are you doing? Why are you so angry, Winston? What are you typing there? The 30% water hike. Oh, the water hike. Now I see why you are so angry, Winston. But what are you writing about it? Whoa, there a minute. You can't say that. I tell you, Winston, if you post that, you will be in trouble. Well, you probably won't end up in jail, but you will receive a stern letter with legal threats. Don't look so glum, Winston. There are ways you can express your opinion and concern without falling foul of the law, you know. Rule number 1, Winston, is do not accuse anyone of anything that you cannot prove. So, you cannot say that Mr. X stole the people's money for himself unless you can prove that. You also cannot insinuate a person of wrongdoing by hinting to readers that his character is similar to people of bad repute, such as known criminals. So, for example, if you put the picture of a person next to the picture of a bank robber, you could be liable for defamation. In law, that is known as defamation by innuendo. Rule number 2, you cannot call people names and attack them personally. So you should not say Mrs. X is a stupid baboon for raising taxes, but you can say that raising taxes is a stupid idea, or that the specific policy is stupid, crazy, unfair, idiotic, etc. You are free to express what you think, Winston, so use terms such as I think, I feel, to me it seems, in my mind it is, I believe that, and so on. The government doesn't yet have powers to stop what you think and what you believe. So express yourself freely using those terms to make it known that they are your personal views. Hold on a minute, Winston. Don't be too hurried. There is more you should know. Maybe rule number 3 should be, do not post in a hurry. Read back your post a couple of times before hitting the post or send button. Okay? So don't make claims you cannot prove. No ad hominem attacks, which means you do not attack people or their personal characteristics. Only comment on the work they produce or actions they have done. Don't hurry a post. Read them through before you send. So let's go back to your post, Winston. You are angry about the 30% water hike, right? Well, the 30% water hike did happen, so you're free to discuss it. Now you are unhappy about the people who did this. You have every right to say their actions and their policies have made you unhappy, angry, outraged, etc. You cannot call anyone names. Stick to how you feel. You are completely within your rights to say that this makes you feel sick, this makes you want to vomit. There are many ways you can express how sickened you are. but stick to the policy, not the people who implemented the policy. Go on, Winston. Have another go at writing that post. How can we bear a 30% water hike? It makes me sick to my stomach that my government have produced this policy. I am livid with them and sad for my nation, especially the lowest income workers who are hardest hit. We were deceived, and now we have to shoulder the burden of the PAP going back on their words. It's looking much better, Winston. You claim that you were deceived. Can you prove that? Very good research, Winston. That type of research will certainly not get you into trouble. So you can prove that they went back on their words. And so that is not defamatory. I want to add that if for some reason you do fall foul of the defamation laws, don't worry. You won't be hauled secretly off the streets and thrown into jail. You will receive a letter called a notice of demand, asking for an apology and retraction and damages for loss of reputation. And you will need to respond. You're making another post? What is this about? I see you have gotten into the swing of things now. But before you post out dozens of complaints, don't forget to focus on where you want to go. Support the people who are pushing for the changes you want to see. Complaining is only a small part. And if you stay in complaining mode, you won't become an agent of change that Singapore needs.